Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for another review for a god-awful shit-tacular album. It came to my attention not too long ago that Miley Cyrus, aka Hannah Montana, Disney super slut, has a half-brother whom Billy Ray Cyrus adopted some time ago. He goes by Trace Cyrus, and what do you know? As is Miley, and as is Billy Ray, Trace is a music performer as well. I am heavily nauseated, as I am baffled by this sudden accrual of useless knowledge that always seems to take up space in my brain, with the other devoted to legal terminology, torts, and history and theoretics in another half. Around 2006 or 07, he formed the band Metro Station. That's the band name. LOL, what the fuck? Metro Station? Not even the name Nickelback is that generic. What the fucking hell kinds of conjurations is a name like that supposed to mentally generate for an audience? And look at the cover for the one single album they've produced. All I see is the band's logo over a nearly solid black background. As though they don't need to supplement their unknown audience with imagery. They look like a bunch of posers anyway. Their singles may have gotten good radio play, but they are treating the cover art aspect of the album release as if they are up to the level of AC/DC. Metro Station. Metro Station. There's no oomph to it. Saying the band name over and over is just like switching through radio stations with bad reception. Although not on Hollywood Records, the band is on a label well known enough for hyperbolic notoriety and profit-generating mainstream success. It's plenty, so that every nameless text message-oholic dumb blonde bitch under 20, or better yet, 18, can become accustomed to the group. And I say that 18 would be more accurate given the maturity level a person would have to be at to take pleasure in the kind of trash Metro Station produces. The start of the album is Sweet 17. It's the most run-of-the-mill teenage pop rock there is. Such shitty production, as well. The bass is way too loud in the mix, sounding fake and rhythmically contrived as can be. Terrible songwriting, lyrics and vocals. The counter melodies, played by backing keyboards, or whatever are utterly trivial dollops trying to lush up an already meatless hook of a chorus. The whole thing makes me feel like I'm in the house of one of those bratty, self-conscious, and high-maintenance sceney bopper girls who I went to high school with, and I'm in their very poorly looked bedrooms with Hot Topic and other plastic shit all over the walls and ceiling, and I'm waiting for them to get done with an AM chat before going to an amusement park nearly 3 hours out of the way. Which is the kind of thing that makes me randomly have to take a shit. Control passes best as background music for a menu in a rhythm or racing 360 game. It's rather unmemorable, probably, because there's too much of that synthesizer and drum machine in place of their actual live instruments. Song 3 is called Kelsey. Once again, terrible writing, shitty lyrics. This is where the guitars begin to sound just like plastic. It's as fake as easy bake oven food. It's one of the songs from the album that have a video and it's rather disturbingly shot. The camera lens used gives everything somewhat of a sinister confrontational edge. I can't really explain it more than that, but I can say that it does nothing to make the song likable. The lead single for this album comes next. It's called Shake It. I have vague recollection of it, for it had to have been in either a playlist or part of a video for a class project that I had seen in high school. Or possibly morning announcements which were typically underwhelming and drawn way the fuck out. The lyrics are a train wreck, as follows. I'll take you home, if you don't leave me at the front door. Your body's cold, but girl, we're getting so warm. And I was thinking of ways that I could get inside. Perhaps create better music, or better yet, none at all, you nepotist fog. Now, if she does it like this, will you do it like that? Now, if she touches like this, will you touch her right back? Now, if she moves like this, will you move it like that? And from there, he proceeds to recite the refrain. Shake, 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 shake it, shake, 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 shake it. How retarded. Absolutely no substance at all. Don't tell me you passed up on In Rainbows, The Heart of Everything, Year Zero, and Elect the Dead, for this. Wish We Were Older continues the elements from the last track, yet this time, it includes even more fake fucking beats. and cymbal hits which intrusively register as a spray noise, like a spray bottle would make. It's really fucking annoying to hear and very displaced amongst the other elements of the track. And get a load of the chorus in this song. Whoa-hee, oh-hee, oh-ho, whoa-hee, oh-hee, oh-ho. I wish we were older. Whoa-hee, oh-hee, oh-ho, whoa-hee, oh-hee, oh-ho. And so on. Is it the aim of the pop-punk genre to, as the vocalist, sound punchable, as funk? I guess it doesn't matter how dumb they sound, they'll sing whatever and put it on their records. I know this album is under 35 minutes, but from the 5th track onward, everything drags all the way to the catacombs of Paris. The breathy vocals are at their worst on Now That We're Done. It has a superficial carnival noise which sounds like it was thrown in last minute for shits and giggles, probably suggested by the sleazy producer cracking away at a task list of mega sale prerequisites up in their smoke brains. Several minutes pass and the same humdrum, as before, is borefully repeated. Other stupid shit is spoken on this album, like in the song, California. If I strum chords, would you sing a song with me? If I leave town, would you leave along with me? And we can fly away to outer space. We can find a way to leave this place. We don't need a map. And you can throw your phone away. We don't wanna hear the things we know they are gonna say. You don't trust yourself. But girl, trust in me. She probably just doesn't trust you, dickwad. And by the way, you probably need a map so you can find a more specific destination, as well as find a route that doesn't require you to take so many toll roads. And also, she has every right to electronic communications as you. What are you? A rapist? What do you say we leave for California? If we drive all night, we can make it by morning. And no one has to know if we decide to go. What do you say? We leave for California. The words in that chorus must have been sang a dozen times in mainstream radio pop songs 5 years before the release of this album, at least. God, this song is stupid. Hypnotized by the carbon monoxide. Would turning back be a good idea? Your cigarette after cigarette cannot help to calm your fear. This lyricist shows to be inept at making any concept song about interesting. Hypnotized by the carbon monoxide. Why is this a line in this song? For a song with its escapist topic at hand, why would anyone's serenade include an informative devotion about health risks posed by cigarettes? Because it's who they are and their genre played, it was quite obviously intended for young women and older girls. It appears as though this was some sort of executive's decision to add precautionary jargon randomly in the lyrics for one of the songs, as though these listeners are condescendingly receiving a sudden reminder, or a safety check, as they are listening to music. Does anybody else understand how condescending that is? It just serves to make the song sound stupider than it already is. It's just like that one song from the album Ocean Eyes by Owl City about going to the dentist. Both singers are arguably similar sounding. With every date I've been on, I've never once had a girl ride with me with such a steadfast fear. What exactly would make a girl so fearful? I'm awfully certain traveling to California would not render so much inner turmoil. Disco can't even be identified as a closing song. Although for a bunch of Hollywood-connected scrawny rich brats, you can't quite expect them to, as musicians, to interconnect their albums, let alone their trade, like true art. To conclude, this album is just a collection of songs I can't even remember once each successive song plays and passes. The big hit, Shake It, is not even worth remembering. There are plenty of other crap songs from this same genre that the femme collectives are going to go back to, much more often than this song and band, together. As for the guitars, it's as if they are used as a backing instrument like a keyboard would typically be used. Anywhere the guitars are used, they sound puny or otherwise very compressed. Or possibly too compressed for someone to try and distinguish their chord sequences. It's likely nobody would have listened to this band if it weren't for those keyboards and synths. And that Cyrus name slapped on the credits. They might as well use that drum machine in their live performances and get rid of the drummer, because I don't think he used an organic kit at any point during the recording. Just because you are in connection to somebody famous in the music business, doesn't mean you should make music too. So, Miley Cyrus sucks, Billy Ray Cyrus sucks, and Trace Cyrus sucks flamingo ass. I hope this whole Cyrus family gets buried alive by a group of indigenous natives while they are on vacation on some Pacific or South American island.